Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the House of Animation. The front door is open, so do come on in and enjoy the magic of animation and join us on our journey as we discuss animated films of all kinds. I'm your host, the cute sidekick Ben Gilman. As always, I'm joined by Prince Charming, Troy Salmon.
Hello, my charming public.
You sound more and more like I don't know what you sound like. And the Wicked Witch of the West, the East, is Tara Chloe.
Hello, it's I, the witch.
Aha.
Okay.
Aha. I've heard, yeah, I can't, I can't keep calling you a bitch each week. At some point we have to give you.
Okay.
So how are you guys going?
Yeah, I'm good.
We're good. We're chilling.
I think I might have overrated Titan AE last week. But I stick by my 8.2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8.2. It was a perfect 10 when I was younger.
Okay.
So I think my taste is a lot better now.
Yeah, that score dropped off a massive after that for me.
But a 7's not bad. 7's still pretty watchable.
Yeah, seven's good. Yeah, it's a good one for me. But yeah, a massive drop off from last rating.
Okay. So today we're here to talk about Mulan. One of the hot streak, the 90s, from Ariel Little Mermaid to where does it stop? Is it Mulan? It stops at it's a good run. 99. What's 99 for Disney? This is 98.
This is 98. 99.
From 90 to 1998, they go on an absolute
Massive
bomb
streak.
run of just hit.
Mm.
So I think this is the last
box office, by the way. This one huge box office, massive.
Pocahontas, what year is that? Because that's the missing year. Because I can name them.
Pocahontas.
Because Atlantis is the one where the hot streak stops, and Treasure Planet, and that's where they're okay. But it's Ariel, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, Hunchback, Pocahontas, Hercules, Mulan, somewhere in that order.
Yeah.
But this is a hot streak.
Right.
I'm very glad we're talking about Mulan today because I refuse to watch the live action version. I think we're going to get into this quite a lot. I don't see the point of these live action films from Disney. You've already got the animated version. Why are we doing this?
Okay, right.
No, I seriously think it's lazy.
Yeah, they don't work for me. They don't work for me either.
Especially the sad Jafar, the laughable Jafar that they brought up in the Aladdin version. I mean, the rest of that film's okay, but Will Smith is no Robbie Williams, but not a bad go. But yeah, that Jafar, bruv, no charisma.
That Jafar was dead. Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
The best line is, "Come, boy, I can make you rich."
That's what I hear at Soho most weekends.
Oh my God, that's like my ex from 2018 and 2019. That's how he lures people. Oh my God. That's why when I heard that line, I'm like,
Oh man. Gee.
It's like that sounds like a really different version of Oliver Twist. Come here, boy, I can make you rich.
Some people are like that. They just say like they can make you rich and everything, but they'll ask you to do their dirty work. And yeah, like what Jafar did to Aladdin, basically, to send him into that cave.
So anyway, today we're here to talk about Mulan.
Yes.
So it is basically about a Chinese woman called, Asian woman called Mulan, who has to pretend to be a man in order to join the Chinese army to fight the Mongolians that are trying to invade China. Because her dad cannot go because, as the plot synopsis says, weak. That's a bit harsh. He's just old.
He's just old.
Yeah, he's an older guy. That's it.
Weak.
Frail. Yeah, he's just frail. That's all.
Oh, Wikipedia sorts it out. No, but it's a good film. I mean, obviously, I do want to bring up the topic of this is because of how do you say it? In Asian culture, women, or across most countries, are held back by men, expected to know their place. So
Yep.
I feel like that this is a good film that shows that women from Asia can be strong as well as like Western women. It's very ahead of its time. Mulan's very likable.
Very
Uh,
likable. Yeah.
yeah, it's a big favorite, but I think I've spoken to a lot of fans recently about these 90s. The first couple, right? Obviously, the first four that I mentioned in that run, Ariel to Lion King, is ridiculous. Big four hitters there. But a lot of people, when you get to Notre Dame, Hercules, Pocahontas, Tarzan's in that run as well. Pocahontas, there's a lot of fans of those films as well. Nobody
Yeah.
talks about Atlantis or bloody
Nah, not so much.
Treasure Planet, do they? Or
Nah.
Lilo and Stitch. We're not talking about Lilo and Stitch. We will one day because I hate that film.
Me
But
too, yeah, I really like it.
but like it's incredible to see how good this film is because it's beautiful. And you know, last week how we said, I hate a Disney film that goes too far in the musicals. This film does it right, and they're funny.
Do it right, and it basically pertains to the script, to the story, and they do it well as well. The singing is top notch. I'm like, yes, stellar. Love it, man. Loved it. The musicals have fit so well with this story. I loved it.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite bit about this movie, then?
Ooh, favorite about the movie. I'd say the musical. I'll make a man out of you. The favorite bit of the movie. I'll make a
Okay.
man out of you. That musical number right there was fire. When everyone's
Yeah.
training up for the war, that bit was fire.
Mm.
Like a man out of you. No, literally when
Oh, that one, yeah, that one's funny, yeah.
yeah, that was good. When they had they training with the sticks.
Yeah.
I was dying. I was like, yo, that's so good.
How can they not tell she's a girl though?
I know. I was like, yeah, that was so suspect.
It's not really that easy. I mean, if you look at it, physically, men and women have different physiques. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, but
But
it's not
you
hard.
know what? In Asian culture, I don't mean to sound rude. But in Asian culture, they literally they can,
You can
especially if
pull
you
it
see
off.
certain cultures, they can pass for women and men can pass for each other easily.
There's been many a time in a Japanese rock band, it's all
Easily.
guys and a
Yeah,
girl. Then you find out
different.
that cute girl is actually a man.
Easily.
I've fallen into that trap. No God of that band. There was a cute woman in a dress, and then you find out it's a dude. Like, still cute, but like, yeah, it's a trap. It can be a trap.
Scary.
I'm not too sure about that because I always thought that men and women have different physique and different skin texture and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true actually, yeah, that especially the skin texture part of men and women are a bit different. And I don't understand, right? Like, how can a lady live in a man's camp? Personally, I can't even do that. I mean, no offense, like every time I go into a guy friend's room or something, I'm always like, why is it so messy?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. No,
Yeah,
even in the movie they kind of
so
play on that
messy
because it's
and
messy.
it doesn't smell great. Why? And then someone else be like, yeah, it's just because it's a guy's room. Then I'm like, okay. And once I even donated, like, you know that, what is that? The diffuser? Yeah, I donated one to a room.
Oh gosh, they make the distinction between like the men and the women. Like literally, the men are like the rough, the dirty. But they say,
Yeah,
yeah, but
Fat.
yeah. So if Mulan was actually a reality, right? I think she's very masculine looking enough to pass off as a guy because there are girls who are very masculine looking as well.
you got a point. You got a point there. It's like, because but do you agree though, Tara? Do you agree though that certain like parts of Asian culture, like the slim physique, the slim build,
I think so. If the guy is quite skinny and quite
exactly,
yeah,
because
I
most
think
Asian culture they're
Japanese men
slim.
are actually quite petite and slim actually.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, on most of the guys that I know, and yeah, actually quite on the slim and the pizza. I seldom see like bulky ones. I mean, if it's Korean or Chinese, yeah, they're a bit bigger size. I think so.
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy in Korean culture, to be honest. Korean culture, like, it's so easy to like pass off like between men and women for me.
I don't think so actually.
Yeah.
Korean men are quite bigger size, on the bigger size.
Like some of those, I've probably seen too much boy bands. That's why. Forget what I said.
Boy bands are quite buff, I can say. If you compare with the female idols, they're a bit like slimmer, smaller size. But I do have to agree, like, because most of all the Japanese guys I know are quite on the smaller physique. Yeah, even if they're tall, they're still on a smaller physique.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, so like you could do it. Pass off.
Why? I guess that's one of the reasons why a lot of visual kei guys kind of can pass off as girls. Like, what's that guy's name? Mana from Melis Miser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it. See, there we go. That's what I was getting at. But yeah, that's what they can't play with it because Western culture, we always believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, unfortunately,
yeah, Westerners clearly have a different body physique. That's what I think.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But they don't spend too long on it, and it is some very funny gags coming out of it. It's worth it. So, unfortunately, there are too many white people in this movie. Mulan is voiced by a white person. One of the bad guys.
Wait.
Isn't
she voiced by her singing voice is I think her singing voice is different from her other voice. Her main voice is Ming Na Wen.
Ah, right. Sorry. Okay, that's good then. But that's okay then. But yeah, sorry. Okay. Thank you for the correction. But I will drop kick Disney for Mr. Miyagi and George Takei, who are Japanese American, pass them off as Chinese. Naughty. Naughty. Not cool. Racist. Stop it. I will always call people out on that. It's like Fast and the Furious is set in Tokyo. Tokyo Drift, 90% of them Chinese American actors trying to be Japanese. Stop it.
One of the guy was Korean.
Yeah, but my problem is, stop it. Get Japanese in, bruv, or don't do it properly. Shut up.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah,
get Chinese for Chinese and get Korean for Korean. Don't try and mix them and pretend that it's okay, because it's not. It actually drives me up the wall. I'm sorry, I don't want to be political.
In Asia, it's a big thing, actually.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Just get the right person from that country to do the role. Do it properly. Don't try and pretend it's okay, because it's not.
Yeah, in Asia, it's actually a big thing, like, because I believe like China, Korea, and Japan is like, all different. So we are not the same culture.
Yeah, different culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It makes me angry. So even though I'm not Asian, I just generally hate. It generally boils my blood. It's like, I've seen it so many times. It's always Hollywood that does it as well. Like, like you saw it with Memories of a Geisha.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know why.
Bullshit.
Especially that.
Memories of a Geisha.
Yeah, it's so insulting.
Yeah, in Tokyo Drift, the main character's best friend is actually a Korean American actor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that guy's Korean. Yeah.
He's Korean. Like, I don't understand why
Japanese,
Korean Americans in Hollywood playing Japanese characters, like the ninja assassin, for example. Most of the cast are actually Korean, not Japanese.
That's the problem again. But
Storm Shadow, G.I. Joe, he's a Korean actor. He's not Japanese.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of those guys. They're Korean. Yeah.
Fair play. So Donny Osmond is the singer. Okay, I see. He does the singing for the love interest, Li Shang.
Yes. Yeah, Li Shang. Yeah, BD Wong plays the character.
Okay. So Eddie Murphy. We need to talk about Eddie Murphy because Eddie Murphy's amazing. Well, not always, but his animated roles. Is Donkey or Mushu better?
No, Donkey. You know why? He fucked the dragon.
Yeah, the thing is, some people do have a problem with Eddie Murphy trying to be a dragon, but I would argue it's a dragon. It's not an Asian person. So it's actually okay for him to voice a dragon. It's actually, even with a Chinese name, like, it's okay because
He did
it's
a
a
good
dragon.
job. I
You know what I
like
mean?
Mushu. Was nice. He's a nice dragon. Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's brilliant.
Yeah, I like Mushu. He's a very nice dragon.
Mm.
Eddie Murphy's a man.
He's brilliant. The bad guy is a bit of a. So we're going back to Kingdom Hearts stories time now. Every time we do a Disney movie, we have to do this. So Kingdom Hearts 2, because Mulan's in that game.
I only played.
It's really
but-
good. Oh no, but you know, if we come to a Disney or Pixar film, it's in Kingdom Hearts. I have to open up the journey to the kingdom of Hearts. It's a thing. So like the Mulan section is like the first section in Kingdom Hearts 2. And the bad guy, who is called Shan Yu, I
Yeah,
think.
Shan Yu. Yeah.
Shan Yu. He's
Shan Yu.
a really good boss. Like he turns into a dragon in the Imperial Palace and everything.
He didn't turn to a dragon. He got like fireworks.
Oh no. No, this is the game.
Fireworks. Yeah.
This is the game. This is the game.
Yeah.
But basically, he was the first time I knew about Mulan, like saw any of Mulan was in the game. Then I went back and watched the film, and I really fell in love with it. But yeah, I remember the Mulan bit in Kingdom Hearts 2 was fantastic. It made me want to go watch the film. It's fantastic. Go play that game. But yeah, he does get taken down like a little, very like not like a big deal. He does quite. He gets his ass kicked by fire.
He's kind of weak. He was really weak.
Like normally a boss. This is why in the game they had to turn him into a dragon or something, because they had to do something.
Because the movie wasn't that good. The way they built him up, he was like going to be a massive big bad, and he never really turned out that way.
And the way he goes out is laughable, and I think it kind of made me go, "Wow, is that it? That's it." You've got a great villain who is. There is some scenes in it where like a burning of a village.
Yeah.
And they basically there is the sense of they killed children as well. It's very dark for a Disney film.
Yeah. They don't care. Wiped through villages, took them out. Men, children, didn't matter. Women.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, this is around the time that Disney are getting really dark.
Yeah.
Like Hunchback wasn't too long ago in the timeline that we're in.
Yes.
And I do love Disney like this, and I wish they'd do this more often. Go to this dark place a little bit more. Because when they do
that's at their best. When they go to the dark side, when they sprinkle it in with a bit of dark, then that's their best.
What do you think, Tara?
Not much of an opinion actually, because I think it's what happened historically. So.
Oh, the Huns.
Yeah. The Huns, I don't know, but people fight, people kill each other. So
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, because around that time, the Huns were like massive, like conquerors at that time. Huns were everywhere.
They were like the Asian English.
Yeah, they were going crazy.
Because like I were always like people for some reason in England are proud of our history, and I'm not, because it's just basically us invading everyone.
Okay. Basically, Singapore is also a former colony of England.
Yeah, we're sorry about that. I say that a lot now.
You gave us English, so that's why we have good English.
That's why it's strong.
Yeah, so
fair play. But like he's given. I mean, last week we talked about the Dredge. At least he's given a bit more backstory. But the problem is, it's still not a lot.
He's still a hollow kind of villain-ish. The big bad villain, just being a villain for the sake of being a villain. I think, yeah.
And I feel like bit by bit the villains are getting a bit more scaled back a little bit. We have this problem in Pocahontas as well. I feel like up to this point, because you had great Ursula Jafar. I mean, even the Beauty and the Beast guy was better as a bad guy than this guy, oh god,
Shen
that
Yu.
guy, Shan Yu, yeah, because he's a good bad guy, menacing. But I feel like after Notre Dame, they were told by the Disney like, yo, you need to rein that in. That was too far. Because when we get to Notre Dame, I think he's one of the best Disney villains of all time, just because they literally say he's the devil.
I know. Yeah, that counts. Evil as heck.
He's a sorcerer who can transform into a devil.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he made a deal with the devil. That's why he looks like that.
Yeah.
But we're going to get into it because that is the darkest Disney film ever. Actually, it really pushes it. Like, yeah, wow. Like, but anyway, back to Mulan. The bad guy is good. Again, the thing with the romance is it's quite difficult to do it in an hour and a half. But I think they do a good job. Again, like Titan AE, I don't hate the couple.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have the "I'm turning my back on you" thing again. They don't get together and break apart like so many. Even Aladdin did that. I kiss you. Oh, you lying to me? Okay, bye.
Yeah, they had a sprinkle of that, the lying part, obviously, because he found out she was a woman, and then he kind of just went away from her for a little bit.
Yeah, but they were still getting to know each other, so it's a little bit more.
Yeah, there's more layers to it. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, sprinkle of that. They kind of have that kind of vibe going in front. There has to be like a conflict before they. That's kind of Disney's formula, or kind of like animation formula, to be honest, about that time.
I'm going to go so far, and I'm sure a lot of Americans might get sick of me banging this drum. It's a very Hollywood thing to do.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
that's what I said before in the last one we did. So it's going to be like it's a formulaic sometimes, but it works. It works though. It works for this one.
That's why I love Titan AE, because they didn't try that. And I'll be honest with you, all rom-coms do this. It's not just Hollywood.
It's not. Yeah, it's
like British ones. Like, oh, I don't love you. All right, fine, break up, and they get back together again, and it's just a bit unneeded. So that's just me aiming it at all rom-coms. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
But Hollywood is by far the worst, because they have to add in a very cheesy message of love. Just getting back together. You don't need to hammer that home. Anyway, so what about the music? Which is your favorite musical bit?
Mulan.
Yeah. Mulan,
the training part.
Oh, you said mine already.
I think that's.
Out of you.
Oh, you said mine. Everyone knows my one. Was yours the same one, Tara?
Yeah, I think that part was funny. I like the song because it's like, let's get down to business.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Because I've heard the live action one has a slight problem because she's just got she magically learns how to fight. And it's that Star Wars problem of Rey all of a sudden can kick someone's ass. Here you see her training.
That's what I'm saying. This is actually a proper training montage. Like they're actually going through days, weeks, and weeks of training.
Yeah, and even then in the final battle, she's on the run a lot from him.
Exactly.
Outsmart him, and I like that bit because if there's one thing that really makes me laugh is when they do like a 2-week training montage, and all of a sudden that person can go toe to toe with the bad guy. This is what I think the live action one's going to do, and that's why I don't want to watch it because it will really get me angry.
Yes,
it's the Star Wars thing.
I see.
Sudden, Rey's all of a sudden a master.
Yeah, Star Wars the word for that.
At the end of The Force Awakens, she cannot go toe to toe with that guy.
Palpatine.
No way.
I mean, I did say right that physically, I think men are stronger when it comes to brute strength, to be honest. Remember the small size guy I fought? He managed to fling me against the wall, and I didn't expect that.
Well, women can beat men, right? Right.
It was more than one when he threw me against. Yeah.
But my point is, women can beat up men, but we know from the beginning of the film, Mulan is not trained in martial arts. So the bad guy is much more proficient at swordplay. What I'm saying is there are so many films where you've gone from someone that doesn't have any training to all of a sudden they're whooping everyone's ass. And
Yeah.
it's unrealistic.
It's all about training. It's all about training.
Yeah, here, I've heard complaints about the live action Mulan is that she just all of a sudden becomes god level out of nowhere. Here, she runs away and uses her smarts. What I'm saying is it's more realistic here. Now, obviously, if she was a swordsman before the film started, fine. You could do that. But they make it very clear that she's not good with a sword at the beginning of the film. She's not trained. She's meant to be married.
Yeah.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in the live action one, I've been told, like, oh, she just becomes god tier all of a sudden, which sounds like the exact problem that they avoided.
That's true. It's true. It's true. What Ben was kind of saying. Ben was kind of saying it's kind of it's this training and skill. That's why you see most martial arts movies. It's not really the power guys. Obviously, he's there, but he doesn't. Sometimes don't have the technique. So there's different ways of going around it when they're fighting people. So it depends if you got the right training and how you use the techniques. And it's like judo. It's like a technique because I did like martial arts when I was younger. So like it's like when you use like certain things like karate or judo. It's how you maneuver the person around and use their weight against them. And how you
it'd be one thing if Mulan at the start of the live action film was already proficiently trained.
Exactly, yeah.
I'd go with that then. Fine, that's fine. You can go with that. It's like in a horror movie at the end. They are literally trying to survive because it's literally desperation. They're not trained for this. They're literally getting lucky. They might get lucky and hit somebody. That's what horror movies do so well. Like they panic. Like, you're trying to tell me that at least in this movie they pay respectful to that and they make her smart. She's a strong woman. Again, I mean, this is something I've noticed a lot lately. A lot of Belle is most probably the last Disney princess that really wants to do the usual, let's get married. Think about it. Yeah. She's like the last fashion. The next year, Jasmine is I must get married. She's the first Disney princess that starts to push against it. Mulan's doing the same here.
Yeah.
I guess.
If anything, the relationships in the background, this is like a really big step forward. I mean, Esmeralda should be a Disney princess, but she's not. But like she's also another one that doesn't really need to be defined by a relationship. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, some girls are obsessed with marriage. I don't know why. Like, yeah.
But like there are sequels, unfortunately, because this is around the time Disney had to put a DVD out.
One, the cartoon version. There is one,
but I haven't watched. Is it any good?
I never watched it yet. I saw it on Disney Plus, but I didn't have time to watch it. So maybe later tonight.
Yeah. Mulan.
Okay.
No, I never saw Mulan 2. I knew it was always out, but I never watched it.
I don't watch the sequels because they tend to be really shit.
Yeah, I couldn't be asked to watch it. I was like, nah.
Yeah, I thought this is good as the first one, but I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, so.
It's most probably going to have marriage and everything they didn't do in the first film.
The guy, right? The general.
What do we think of the general? Because he's quite a nice guy. He's okay.
He's okay.
Bit cocky.
He has pink nipples.
It just goes there. I love it.
Especially the part where he takes out his shirt, and I can imagine like, whoa, this is like Monster X.
Oh dear God.
When they start training, and then Mulan's reaction was like, whoa. Then I can imagine it's a member of Monster X like taking off the shirt, and all the girls like, whoa, okay. I think it's the first time seeing a naked buff guy, so yeah, to be really realistic about it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, he's good. He's a good character. Man. He's basically the hero type. You know, he's the captain of an army. He's got to basically try to take out the Huns. Huh?
He seems alright.
Yeah, he's good. Good character. He's just trying to win the war. He's just trying to turn back the Huns. But obviously he's got to train up these ragtag bunch of misfits.
You know the advisor with him, the one wearing blue.
I mean,
Okay,
the three of them are the Stooges. I think they're meant to represent the Stooges, inspired by the Three Stooges. There's three guys in the army that are comic relief. They're very funny.
I don't get why is a monk. Why is one a monk?
I don't want to say it, but I feel it's like Disney trying to put all this Asian stereotypes in.
Yeah, it's kind of they always do that kind of push their kind of stereotypes in there.
But I don't think that they do a bad job. I think they're very. It's very for the 90s. It's very respectful.
Yeah,
there's none of.
And the thing is, you know the as well the basically the underling, the one who's always writing down notes.
Oh,
let me tell you, we better do make a good job. That kind of guy.
He looks like a human cockroach. It looks like a cockroach filler.
But the thing is, Tara and Ben, do you notice? In most you see these Asian movies, have you noticed, or even martial arts movies in general, you always got that one guy. He was like, yeah, with the glasses on. You always got that one guy.
I'm not sure.
So that's basically him. That's him.
Actually, yeah, he looks like a human cockroach. Like, his mustache looks like the antennas from the cockroach. And he's so skinny somehow.
He was funny. He was that good character in the movie as well.
So we haven't talked about Mushu a lot.
Cockroach or something, because he's always like so toxic and
Mushu the man, Mushu.
Yeah, let's talk about Mushu because I feel like
he's a very nice dragon.
Sidekicks can be difficult. Cute sidekicks in stuff can really ruin stuff. So I think Eddie Murphy's non-stop chatterbox style works really well here.
Yeah, it does. It does work very well because sometimes sidekicks can be so annoying, just detrimental to the story. Sometimes just like, go away. Sometimes, but he compliments Mulan well, so he really does.
Yeah, because I feel I'm going to say something really bad here, but I feel like what was it? What film was it? Abu, like where would you put Disney mascots? Line them up. I would say Abu's most probably near the top.
Abu the monkey.
Yeah, Abu the monkey.
Oh, Abu.
Iago. I don't like Iago. He's not. Iago's maybe at the bottom.
Who's Iago again?
He's Jafar's parrot. I don't like him.
Oh, the parrot. Yeah, I don't know.
I would say Timon and Pumbaa at the bottom of all time.
Timon and Pumbaa at the bottom.
Yeah.
No,
I don't like. I don't like Timon and Pumbaa.
No, I can't give you that. There's no way they'll be at the bottom. There's no way.
They are the toilet bowl of Disney.
They are cinema gold.
The sewage, you mean, even below the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
There are all the bowls there, right? So basically,
sewer.
even way below the toilet bowl.
Yeah, that's what Ben trying to say.
Toilet bowl is just the first level.
They are the foundation for the toilet.
Oh damn!
Right, and it all falls to the sewage, so it's way deep down below.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me on my level.
Damn. The Stand By Me, the line in the Lion King. Bro, how can you do that to Timon and Pumbaa? How?
I don't know. I just find them annoying, and it doesn't help in the live action version that Seth Rogen is with someone of them.
The baby cub is cute.
So the meerkat, yeah.
But Seth Rogen, I don't like Seth Rogen because he plays the same character.
I still haven't seen the live action version. I refuse to watch it. I'm not watching that.
Yeah, because it's got Seth Rogen in it.
Cute.
It's awful.
It's trash. I'm not watching that.
It's legitly the same film.
I had to watch it. I just like lion cubs. They're so cute,
Yeah, just watch it on mute. But again, we've done the Disney. I keep bringing it up every time we talk about a Disney film. I don't like the live action. I mean, when we get to Alice in Wonderland, I don't even know where to start with that film.
Maybe they ran out of ideas, so they're just recycling and doing remakes and
The amount of remakes Alice in Wonderland's had is ridiculous. Alice in Wonderland at least about 10 remakes.
Yeah, but the
Mhm.
problem with the Disney ones are they are shot for shot the same movie. That's my problem. It's pure laziness.
Hmm.
You're running
There's
out.
no skill. There's no skill to what they're doing. It is legitly the
Copy and paste.
same film. Now, if they did something different, like at least the Alice in Wonderland films that Tim Burton did are crazy and different.
Yeah, they're,
Right.
they're, they're, they're crazy. I love it.
They're mental, but at least they're doing their own thing. Like the live action Disney ones, oh my god. Anyway, we'll talk about this off air for an extra
Yeah.
bit. Like, all right. So, should we do Mulan 2 down the line? Or I think we should exercise all sequels because I'm not being rude. The straight to DVD ones, I really don't want to spend the whole time slapping them.
Yeah, exactly.
The Aladdin ones are pretty good.
Mm.
You know, they're pretty good, but they add to the story.
Yeah.
But like I've heard everything else is horrific. So I've been very lucky. I saw the Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 a couple months ago. Oh boy.
Oh, I never
Oh,
watched.
awful. You know how Quasimodo doesn't get a girlfriend? And that's
Oh,
cool because it's not predictable,
right?
right? So
Wait,
because it's like real life, the beautiful woman goes with a beautiful man and the guy with a bad face doesn't get anything.
Yeah.
Like real life.
I've been to Notre Dame though. That's the only thing I know.
But it's at least it's not predictable, right?
Exactly.
They go and give me a girlfriend in the sequel.
Yeah. That basically broke the mold in terms of like stereotypes. In terms of like Hunchback of Notre Dame did it. That broke it. The stereotype like beautiful woman, beautiful guy. So you say more stuff.
Yeah, but what they did was they didn't make it. She just fell in love with the guard guy, not with Quasimodo, and
Yeah.
that's fine. They're still best friends.
Mhm.
Like they never once victimized Quasimodo that way.
Yeah.
But like I've seen it, and it's like a pretty girlfriend for Quasimodo. And I just thought, you don't have to correct that. Why? Why do you have to go and autocorrect that? That's the part of Notre Dame that I really loved. It wasn't predictable.
Yeah.
And it's got the best soundtrack of any Disney movie of all time. But we'll
Yeah,
get to
got
that.
a great soundtrack. It does. Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. Right, anyway, back to Mulan. So where would you put this film in your scoring system?
Oh, it's up there. It's a big hitter. It's a great. So
Mulan fans are crazy. So we have to be careful here.
it's a big hitter. So okay, I'm trying to go past my old rating system. Where is it?
Rating these is difficult now.
What rating system at?
Because a lot of these films I watched when I was younger, and then 20 years later, 30 years later in some aspects, you
Mhm.
kind of look back on them and go, score has to come down a bit.
All right, for Mulan, I'm gonna give it. It's almost like almost like the perfect like Disney movie film.
Don't forget your point. Your point something if you need it.
I know that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about the points right now. I'm like, should I use a point for the first time in a little while? I'm trying to think the last time I used a point. When was the last time I used a point?
Because if we're ranking them, it'd be good to know the point can make a difference and where we're ranking them all.
I think the last point I used was on Redline. So,
while you're doing that, I'm going to give it an 8.7.
8.7. Okay, you know what? I've got it in my head now. You know, I've got it in my head what it is now. So, Mulan from me is getting a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Tara.
Maybe I'll go with an 8.
Okay,
Respectable.
I can't quite give it a 9.
I've got to give it a 9. I've got to give it. I loved it. It's so good. It was so good.
I can't quite give it a 9. I might give it for Anastasia that Tara picked, but like I might give it a 7 or 2. But like I don't know. So far my scores have been quite high.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's the highest for me.
Pinocchio got a kick in. I think I gave it a 5.
Yeah, the Pinocchio got bodied. I was like, damn, he got bodied.
It did get bodied, but sometimes that's the fun of letting you guys pick stuff. Because you know,
That's what we do. That's what we do. Like,
it's cool, and it's always good to not always be in control of what films are good. If you guys also
exactly.
pick them,
Yeah.
off camera, we decide to pick them individually. So it means we don't always get to pick our favorite films, which is good
Yeah.
because it keeps us on our toes.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So that's cool. Right. So we will be asking you to leave now before our fire dragon decides
Wait,
to
before you do all that, did Tara grade it?
I did. I just did. Yeah.
I know.
What'd you give it?
8.
8.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, there we go.
She doesn't do points for some reason.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So, thank you for coming. Now we have to tell you to get out the house before our fire dragon decides to set fire to your asses with his fireballs. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. It's goodbye from me.
Bye for me.
Goodbye.
Great balls of fire.